Well, these are very trying times. 2016 has been a year of seismic shifts and tremors. Brexit in the UK and the US election have created greater uncertainties than most of us have ever known in our lifetimes. And not for the first time, we've got aggressive nationalism and divisive populism. They're rearing their ugly heads around the world. They may inflict further damage yet as voters in France, in Germany, the Netherlands, and other European countries head to the polls next year. At the same time, we've got the rule of law, this unclad principle of modern governance and an important safeguard for the stability of markets and the prosperity of enterprise. That's coming under attack. We see it in Turkey, where the government's pursuit of those involved in the failed military coup has turned into a vast purge of political dissent without any regard for due process. We see it in the Philippines, where the president has launched an all-out war of extrajudicial killings in the guise of fighting drugs. And we've already started to see it in the US, where the president-elect, amongst other things, has openly declared his support for torture. To make things worse, liberal democracy and an increasingly integrated and interconnected global economy that is mutually reinforcing drivers of human progress is being rejected. And while many of us will agree with those who argue that globalization has delivered its benefits in a very uneven manner and helped create enormous fault lines of inequality, I also think that much of the current dissent is being fueled and exasperated by the very poor political leadership. There is no question moral leadership will be in high demand for years to come. Moral leadership is not just any leadership. It certainly isn't the type of leadership that muscles its way through global challenges without regard for casualties. There are many of you in this room that are beautiful examples of moral leadership. Principled leadership that understands certain values and rights to be universal and non-negotiable. Leadership that accepts that the long-term sustainability of our actions is more important than short-term gain in business as much as in politics. A good test of our capacity for moral leadership is whether we're willing to accept that the fruits of our work may not be ours to harvest. It's the relentless pursuit of recognition, affirmation, and instant gratification that often gets in the way of long-term thinking for the common good. There was a great indigenous tribe, and I've said that because I couldn't pronounce it, that laid down a principle that every decision we make today could deliver a sustainable result for at least 7 generations to come. In this day and age of short-termism and quarterly results, how far have we strayed from this idea?